video, we're going to show you how to create your first database using PHPMYADMIN. So first, you're gonna go to ApacheFriends.org to download the software that we need for this activity, which is the XAMPP for Windows. So you are given here options for different platforms that we can install XAMPP. So you can have Windows 7 or Windows 8, but if you are using 32-bit of Windows operating system, you'll need and click the link to download XAMPP Windows 30 XAMPP for Windows 32-bit. If you're prompted with this message, just click OK. Click Next to continue. Click Allow Access. Click Finish. Next, you need to click the Start button for Apache and MySQL and wait for the highlight color into green, and then click Allow Access again. Next, you're gonna go to localhost/phpMyAdmin using your web browser. So in this window, in the left panel, you will see all the list of the databases created, and in the tabs here, databases is where you're gonna create your first database. So in this text field, you'll have to enter the name of your database. In our example, we will name our database Library. Then click Create. Here, we'll specify the name of the table. In our example, we have the authors table and specify the number of columns, and then click Go. Here, you'll have to write down the name of your attributes. For example, we have the author ID, and you have to specify its data type. As shown here, there are different data types that we can use. So we'll have to select which is applicable for author ID, and that is integer. And then we'll have to set author ID to be our primary key by clicking on the auto increment. So this will automatically generate a number or an integer number for our primary key author ID. Next is the second column name will be the last name for the author, and the data type is varchar. So you have to specify the length of the number of the characters of the last name. That is 15. For the first name, that's also varchar, and the length, let's also give it 15. The last or the fourth column will be for the middle initial or MI, and then the data type is varchar. The length is 1. maximum of 1. And then we'll have to click here, save. We can see here the structure of the newly created table, and if you click here the browse, you can see our empty table having author ID, last name, first name, and middle initial. Still empty. And then here we have the structure. We can see the data type, the name of the attribute. For example, author ID is int, last name is varchar, first name is varchar, and the middle initial is varchar. There are also actions that we can perform, like editing, dropping, or deleting the attributes. If you want to change its data type or change its name, so you can do so using this links. And then there's this option for us to add, if you want to add a new column. But we'll not add a new column this time, so we'll just leave it there and click insert for adding new values or data to the table. So for example, we will enter new record for the first author, its last name, its first name, and middle initial. We leave blank to the author ID since it's auto incremented, so it will be automatically generated. This is our second author, and then we will click go to save our changes. However, there is another option here where if you want to add a new row, or where do you want to insert your newly added row. We don't change anything here, so we click go, and then you will be given a message that there are 2 records added to our table. If you click on browse, we can see the 2 records, and there are also actions here wherein we can click to edit, to drop or delete or change or copy our records. If you want to go back to the library design, or to your database, you can click on this link, and then you can see here the list of your tables. In our case, we only have 1 table, the author table, and there's these actions we can perform to the author table. To go to this website